all right. What is happening? Fit Over 40 Tribe. This is Coach Dave, and I am super excited to bring you another episode of the Fit Over 40 Challenge Show, the number one health and fitness show for those of us in the club. Yes, that's right, the 40 and over club. And I got another exciting episode for you today. And I really think that this is going to hit home for you. At least that's my plan. That's my goal. And today I want to talk to you about how wellness and energy is the basis for everything. This right here makes everything else easier. Now, before I jump into today's episode, I just want to say thank you for all the people that responded back to me after the first episode of the year that I put out there. So thank you all for that, all that positive feedback and stuff. That just keeps me going. And again, we are on a ride for 2021, and we are going to make this one of the best years of our life. So again, my name is Coach Dave. I hope your new year is off to a great start, and 2021 is shaping to be up an amazing year for you already. As of this recording, it's only 14 days into the year. But man, I am refreshed, I am rejuvenated, and I am looking forward. I try not to look in that rear view mirror. There's lots of stuff that you look back on and you're like, wow. But that's in the past. We are moving forward. And I know sometimes that's hard to grasp, and that's hard to say, okay, but there's lots of stuff going on still. It hasn't changed much. It's going to change. Things are going to get better. And today I'm going to talk to you about this one simple thing that's going to make everything else easier, okay? And I'm into this whole one thing. And I know a lot of us, came in this year, we're already excited for all the possibilities of a fresh start. Again, that's why I feel like, this is the time for me to really share this message, and I hope it hits home for you. Now, if this is the first time that you are listening to the show, I want to welcome you to the show. Again, my name is Coach Dave. I help basically busy moms and dads over the age of 40 get fit, change their lives, and live the life that they've always wanted to. And I do that through physical, mental, and spiritual transformations, okay? So I just wanted to introduce myself in case you have not heard any episodes in the past of this show. So let's go ahead and dive right in. And what am I going to talk to you about today? I want to talk to you about self-care. And I want to talk to you about how self-care and how it makes everything else in your life better. It will give you the energy and the drive you need to get your goals and to turn them into reality. And see, here's the thing. It forms the basis of everything else you do. And one of the things that I've been looking at here is, you come off that week in between Christmas and New Year's, and, it's a great week. A lot of time, a lot of relaxation, but man, I find myself, oh, you know what? I don't have to worry. I'm waiting until January 1st. And then, man, I wasn't, I didn't have the best habits during that time period. So I'm always super excited about this. And again, we can do this at any point. It doesn't matter. I mean, if you're listening to this in June and you've had some times where, things, you weren't, eating well, you weren't working out, you were, getting into some bad habits and bad routines, you can start today, okay? So this applies at any point. So again, but it's going to form the basis of everything you do, this self-care, okay? You see, without setting aside a little time for you to take care of yourself, you're going to start to feel unfulfilled. You're going to feel tired, uninspired. That's why I think it's so important that personal development is always something in your routine, even if it's 10 or 15 minutes a day, And here's the thing, and when you feel, when you're, uninspired and you don't feel, it's going to be harder for you to try to reach your goals. Again, let alone go through everything else that you have to go through. depending on obviously right now where you are, some places are shut down, but we're back into the full swing of things of driving to dance and picking up from cheer and taking them to school so we're still kind of we're in that. And again, if I'm tired, my wife is tired, it's harder. If we're not taking care of ourselves, we're not gonna have the energy that it takes to do everything else in life and to get everything else done every day. And so that's why I'm talking about self-care. I'm talking about eating healthier foods, exercising on a regular basis, getting enough sleep. And again, that's something that I don't think that people put enough emphasis on is sleep. People are like, well, there's only so much time in a day. When the kids are in bed, that's when I have to get things done. So I don't get to bed till midnight or 1, and then you're up at 6, and you're only getting like 5 hours of sleep. And I get it. There's a lot to do, but you've got to get the proper sleep. And maybe 5 hours is right for you, okay? There's a lot of different studies and stuff in terms of talking about sleep and stuff, but sometimes maybe that is right for you. But if you're feeling tired, maybe you need to look at sleep, okay? Here's another one, drinking water and practicing stress management. This is one habit that I've been focused in on is my water intake, because I know that I don't get enough water in. So it's really become a big habit this past couple weeks here starting off. So hopefully at some point when we have another episode and I talk about it, I can say that it's become a habit. And typically it's about 66 days. So we'll see, maybe in 66 days we'll circle back. Now again, when you have the energy and you feel great, everything else is easier. Think about it this way. When you take care of, let's say, your yard, your lawn, or the plants in your home, in the garden, what happens? They flourish. They grow. Okay? That's self-care, right? You're taking care of them. They're growing. They're flourishing. They're blossoming. And just like those plants, you are just like them. And when you take care of you, you flourish. You grow. You do things. You're inspired. And on a practical level, here's the thing. That means you have more energy for your family, for your career, your friends, hobbies, home, leisure time. One thing I know prior to COVID and what was going on is, man, we were going full tilt. And I say we, I'm talking about just, in general, everybody. And I know a lot of guys and a lot of girls and career and family and but we're exhausted. And do we perform at the same level when you don't have that rest and that self-care? I don't think you do. And plus, all that self-care, that can help you with any body transformation, any goals you might have post-COVID, getting back into the habit of taking better care of yourself doesn't take as long as you might think. After just a day or two, you feel the difference in a big way. Think about that. You get back on, you start eating right, you start sleeping right, you start staying hydrated. Man, I know you've probably felt this before. I'm feeling it right now. I feel so much better. And you will too, but you've got to do it. Okay? You've got to just figure out what you need to do. Again, this is the hardest part. It's taking those first few steps. But the thing that you need to do that's probably the simplest is right now, right here, decide. Decide that you're going to make the change. Because until you make that decision, it ain't going to happen. Okay? Now, this leads me to a question. What can you start doing today, right now, to take better care of yourself? I'd love to hear from you. Again, I'm on Facebook, social media. You can email me. Let me know, what is the one thing you're going to do today, right now, to take better care of yourself? Okay? What one activity will leave you feeling energized and ready to take on the day? For me, that one thing is giving up drinking wine every night. I'm going to be honest for you. Got into a bad habit. We were having wine with dinner. One glass led to two, two led to three, and then didn't get good sleep. Was dehydrated. But I can tell you right now, in the last 14 days, I have felt so much better. My sleep patterns have been better because I track my sleep. Everything has just really clicked. So again, for me, my one thing was giving up that alcohol every night at dinner and beyond. I don't know what that one thing is for you. I'd love to know. And if you need help, let me know. Again, I've talked about this before. It doesn't have to be that hard. We make it think, oh my gosh, I've got to do all these things. But what's the one thing that's going to make the biggest difference, that's going to create the momentum and the dominoes to fall, that's going to continue to create momentum in terms of your transformation? Now, again, if you need any help, I'm here to help you, okay? I know this is that time of year where we are focused in on this, okay? And I do one-on-one fitness and nutrition coaching. I can do it online. I don't need to be in person with you. I do some in-person stuff as well. You live in the area, I'd love to meet with you. But I can help you, okay? And if you need it, I'm here for you. Again, I want you to make 2021 a successful year. I want to help you reach your goals. With that being said, make that decision today. Maybe it is to decide to reach down, pick up the phone, that's old school, right? I guess take your smartphone and call me. Or go to my website, fitover40challenge.com/fitness coach. I'll set up a time with you. I'll call you. We'll get you started. We'll get you set up. We'll figure out what's that one thing that's going to lead that big domino crash. So I hope you're inspired. I hope you're fired up. Again, don't make it complicated. Just make that decision and figure out what's going to help with your self-care, because I guarantee you, the more energy you have, the better you feel, the better you're taking care of yourself, the better everybody else in your life will be. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. Again, until the next time, this is Coach Dave signing off.